Right. Well, here we are. Hey, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kristen Jensen, and you might know me from the other Twitch streams on our channel here. I do our everyday or every Tuesday magic, and Mike Boozer here. However, this is his first time streaming, so everyone, welcome Mike Boozer. He's our wonderful customer service manager, and every time you email Gen Con, every time you email customer service at gencon.com, every time you post on the forums, it's most likely Mike Boozer here who is responding to you. So everyone, give him a good welcome and a thank you for being such a great customer service manager. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Kristen. Pleasure.
I'm so glad to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
So here at the office, we are super excited because housing registration starts this weekend.
Yeah, Sunday, yeah.
It is so exciting because it is kind of like our second kickoff to the Gen Con year.
Yeah.
Right? Like
right.
we had badge registration a couple weeks ago, which was very exciting, of course. If you have not bought your badges yet, you might want to do it soon. And tell them why, Mike.
Yeah, you want to buy your badge if you want to get into the housing portal, you want to buy a badge on your account by this Friday. So this coming Friday.
Friday morning, Friday evening.
Friday morning, Friday afternoon. I mean,
Okay.
you don't want to wait till Saturday. And that's because we have a randomization process that happens that we do before the badges go on sale. We can talk more about that, but you'll want to make sure to have a badge on your account if you want to get housing by this Friday. So, so don't hesitate, buy your badge.
Okay, great. So if you don't have your Gen Con badge yet, go ahead, and if you're waiting, to get paid on Friday or whatever, that's totally fine. It sounds like just make sure that on Friday it happens.
Yeah, if you want to get into the housing randomization and get a chance at a room of your choice, then you'll want to get that by Friday.
So we have some folks online here who have never participated in housing registration before because it is their very first Gen Con.
That's great.
Thank you guys. We're so excited to have you join us and have you come to our very fun gaming party that we throw every year. But I know it can be a little bit of a challenge to navigate our system sometimes. So that's why we're here today. We want to help you get through our system, especially as we're upgrading our systems, as we're making them better. We're listening to your feedback. But for right now, let's talk about how to get housing taken care of.
Sure.
So can you run us through basically what happens?
Yeah, sure. So what we do is once we have a badge in the system on an account. So if you buy a badge for yourself or multiple badges, you can get multiple housing possibilities, and we can explain that. So for every 2 badges that you have, you get 1. So if you've got 3 badges, you get 2 housing entry. You get two housing. You'll be able to book 2 housing. So 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2, 5, 6 is 3, etc. But
really quick, does that make sense to everyone? If you need a little bit more clarification on what Mike just said, go ahead and pop it into the chat. We can explain it again. Like this, we're here for you today.
Yeah. So what we do is once you have a badge or multiple badges on your account, about 36 hours before housing opens on January 27th at noon Eastern Standard Time, we randomize you, and we send you an email, let you know that you've been randomized.
You've been randomized.
You've been randomized. And then a countdown timer will appear on your My Housing page. That timer will say how long you have until you are able to book your room or rooms.
Okay.
So once that timer hits 0, we'll show you'll have a request room on your My Housing page at the bottom, and you'll be able to click on that and look for rooms and complete your booking for your room.
And we're actually going to do a whole walkthrough today for you guys as well. So you'll see exactly what it's going to look like on your account on today.
That's correct. Yeah, we're gonna walk you through it on our site through all the way to the booking page, so that you can see how it works.
Okay. So we have our first question here. Will refreshing the timer cause a problem?
So you should not refresh your timer, but I would not advise you to, but it should not, no. It's not going to help you, so there's no reason to do so, but I mean, it won't change anything. You can close your page. You can do anything as far as the timer. The timer is just going to remain the same. Anytime you go
Okay.
on, it's going to still.
And
it's,
then
it's time. It's timing from here. It's nothing on your side. So.
great. So then, and then when your personal timer hits 0,
Right.
do you then need to refresh the page to have your housing button appear, or does
Nope.
it appear automatically?
It'll appear automatically as soon as your timer counts down.
Awesome.
Now, if it does not appear, I would refresh your page.
Okay.
But it will.
should just appear.
It should just appear.
Okay.
As soon as the timer's off.
Okay, great. Well, why don't we go ahead and do the walkthrough here,
Sure.
and then we can have folks ask questions here.
Okay.
So let's. Can you hear us now? Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
So here.
Sorry.
No,
We lost you.
that was totally my bad. As we clicked into the new scene in our streaming software, I didn't add a listening tool.
Okay. Well, so here you are. Here you are on our site. This is signed in successfully. So you're signed into your account. You've signed in. This is who you are. This is who I am. I'm
You're
Jan
Gen Con.
This is an account I created to sign in. I have a badge on my on my account. I put a badge in my account. So now I'll be able to book a room.
Awesome.
So I go up to my account.
So
and
hover over your account
hover
name.
over your account name. You go down to My Housing, and you click My Housing. Now, when you click this and the timer's on, you'll have a timer in here, and it'll actually say, it'll just be counting down the time to the time when you're ready.
Okay.
We're not showing you the timer in real time here. We do what will happen after the timer counts down is you'll see that I have a request room at the bottom under my name, Gen Con, and my badge type. I'm a VIG, of course. So I will then click on the request room as soon as the timer goes
Great.
down, and then it's going to connect with Housing Portal.
So while it's connecting, this is probably a good time to not refresh,
No.
right? Yeah.
Well, and this will come up. It says you are leaving Gen Con website. Basically, you're going to the Q Rooms passkey website.
So the answer here is yes. You want to leave Gen Con.
Yes, you want to leave us and you want to go there. So it'll load this, and you'll see it's a book passkey. So this is what'll come up, and the first thing you'll want to do is you want to put in your check-in and check-out dates. You must stay over Saturday. I think it's the 3rd of this year, and you must book for 3 days. So
to be eligible.
To be eligible for housing.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay Thursday, and I'm going to leave on Sunday. So I've booked my nights. Number of rooms is 1. Guests, number of guests. I've got 2. I'm going to have 2 guests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you got someone staying with you, Mike.
Gen Con and Mrs. Gen Con, I guess. And then I'm going to click Find. Now, you'll also see you can browse here on a map to see hotels, but I would get into the portal as soon as possible. Bookings are made in real time. That means the group that you're in are all booking. And so you have a limited amount of time to book that room and make sure you get it before someone pulls it out from underneath.
That's
you.
a good point. So when you're emailed your housing portal access time, do the best you can to be available at that time.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and once you've selected a room, you have 10 minutes to complete this
purchase.
And everything.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit Find.
Really quick though, we have a question. Is Wednesday not an option? Can you not book our hotel block for a Wednesday night?
I believe you can put Wednesday in, and it may put you on a wait list,
Okay.
which we can explain a little later.
Okay.
But I believe Wednesday is a date you can also put in.
Okay.
The dates shown in blue are the prime dates for Gen Con
Sure.
that they're showing.
Sure.
So
Okay. Okay.
so I'm staying 3 nights.
So it wasn't grayed out because it's not an option necessarily,
Yeah,
but because
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
I've had to check.
Okay, we'll look that up
And
for
you
you.
can
Yeah.
also, if you have any questions, there is under the attend navigation on there's a housing and travel information that will let you know specifics, or you can always call Q Rooms or email them, and I can give you their contacts here.
Okay. Okay,
later.
great. And if you need to click back to the website there, Mike,
Yeah.
it's on the tab right there.
Yeah. So if you go under attend here, folks, the housing and travel information will tell you all the information. Yeah, pretty much everything that we're going to tell you today about how to book and how long you can stay and all those
Okay.
kinds of things. The hotel information will take you to the list of hotels, how far they are away, and the pricing. for them.
Okay.
So
Okay, great.
we're going to go back here,
Yep.
and and your hotels will come up, and they're going to come up alphabetically.
Okay. So we want to resort them.
So you want to sort them, and you can sort up here, hotel and room, sort by, and most people want to sort by distance near to far.
Right,
So
because it's
as
near
close to the convention center as possible.
Sure.
So, but you can, if you're more worried about price and you don't care about how far
Yeah.
it is, you can go low to high. You can go far to near. I'm not sure why anyone would do that, but that's
I want to
okay.
stay as far away
So
from the Indiana Convention
I'm
Center
going
as
to
I
click on
can.
near to far, and now they come up. So these are mostly connected hotels, meaning there's a skywalk going from there to the
So
convention
you
center.
never have to actually go
Yeah.
outside.
So courtyard. So a lot of these are. But anyway, these hotels are right by the convention center, literally next to it. Most of these are. So I've got list of hotels, average nightly rates, and everything. And so I can look and I can select and I can look into these hotels. And it'll say if it has a skywalk. See, Crown Plaza, skywalk to the ICC, Courtyard by Marriott, skywalk. And your skywalks will usually come up first. So Fairfield, the Hyatt, all of these, the Indianapolis Marriott. So then I'm going to look and see which hotel I like, and I always stay at the Westin. So let me see if the Westin's. Yep, there we go. There's my favorite hotel. So I stay at the Westin. So I'm going to select the Westin because that's where I want, and that's really, really close and easy to get to the convention center. So I'm going to hit select. And I'm going to look at, how much it's going to be. Look at my room, guess. It's got a standard king as the only thing available at this point. It shows how much they are per night.
And what nights they're available.
Yeah, and what
right?
nights they're available. And the nights that I want are selected. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. So I can click on more details and I can get more information about their policies, their cancellation. All the cancellation information is there for them. Now, our cancellation, you'll want to look at all that terms of service on our site for cancellation as well. But this is their information
For the hotel
itself.
Okay.
But it won't. It doesn't. Our information will apply before theirs will.
Sure.
So now I'm going to stay there. So if I had picked a date that was waitlisted, it would be in blue, meaning it's not available right now. Maybe it might become available later. You can keep looking back. It'll become available. You can book it.
Okay.
So and Q Rooms is really good at helping you with this. So when you can contact Q Rooms by email or you can just call them. And they're
and we got that information in the chat as well, Mike. So
perfect. So you can they can help you go through this after you've made your booking. I would make your booking please make your booking before you talk to Q Rooms about anything, so that you make sure you can get it. So I'm going to select this. It's going to charge me. So $663. I need to put in my information here. And then down here, so this is your information in here. Couple tips. Number one, make sure you have a credit card available that does not expire before the end of the date that you are booking for.
Okay, that's a good
So
tip.
it must go through that Saturday, the 3rd of August. Make sure you use a credit card that is good till then when you book, or you might be denied. Also, if when they try to book it later and it doesn't go through, then you will get a message from them saying, hey, your credit card's no good. You need to put another credit card on. So make sure you use a proper credit card. There's a place for rewards, other information, rewards information. Remember a rewards membership number. If you have a membership at Westin's, you want to put that in there. If you need an ADA accessible room, there you want to click this box right here. This will alert queue rooms that you need a room that is accessible. That does not mean that it is a room that will be next to the convention center or anything. It just means you are in need of an ADA accessible room, and that they will get you one in some hotel.
Okay, great.
So then you can put additional requests in here. And things that you want, I'd like a refrigerator, those kinds of things.
Sure.
See if you want to be notified about their promotions and stuff. And then if you want to look at the room policies, you can do that. But once you get here, fill out your information. You hit next. It'll take you to a page. You'll get your confirmation. A email confirmation will be sent to you. Saying that you've made a booking and for when, and all the information about that. You want to read that, make sure it's accurate. If it's not, or if you have questions, you can call queue rooms or email them. And that's basically the process.
We have one question here, Nick.
Sure.
Really quick. We got one focus asking, while in this process, say like you're filling out your information here,
Sure.
for example, can this room be taken from you?
No, not on this page.
Okay.
You have once you're on this page, you're booking this room. So
Okay.
But you have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You must complete that. So
Okay.
yes, complete it as soon as possible. That's why I would not take a great deal of time here trying to put in extra information or something. You can always come back. But if you have a real quick, if you have a membership number for Westin, I'm not sure who they are, but anyway,
Sure.
you want to put that in, and if you have a refrigerator request or something, you might want to throw that in as well.
Okay, so basically put in the basics here, get your room booked, and then if you
Get it
have
booked.
any information you want to put in later, you can go ahead and do that. You can change that. Queue rooms can help you out with that.
Right.
But once you're in this, once you're within the
Yeah.
housing portal,
Yeah.
select your room,
Yeah.
book it, and move on with
Right.
your
And the
life,
reason
right?
it's important is because, of course, there's limited rooms
Yeah.
downtown, and if you want, and if being closer is important to you, you want to get as close as you can. You want to grab something that's close, and as soon as your timer runs out,
Sure.
you want to grab that. So that's the process, the basic process. Don't be freaked out immediately if you don't get a room that's close to the convention center and you wanted one, or closer, or if you have to go further out. A good tip is that once you've booked your room, you can always go back in at any time before housing closes on the 15th of July. You can go back and you can modify your reservation. And on that same page, it'll have your booking here, and you'll hit this button again. Will now say modify or look at your reservation. And you can go look at whatever hotels are available. As long as you don't make another reservation, your same reservation will be intact. Once you do make a reservation, this number here will change to a confirmation number.
Okay.
And you'll want to know what that is. This is not a confirmation number.
Sure.
This is an excess, but this will change to a confirmation number, and you can use that number to identify your reservation for queue rooms. But that's something you can
Sure.
do as soon as that. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
What other tips do I have? Remember when you're booking if you're booking for yourself and a group or more than one person, as long as there is one person on your account uh, for a room, if you cancel your badge, you can switch that, have queue room switch that usually over to another person as long as their person is on the account. If you cancel a reservation, if you do not have a badge and you're the only person on your account, your reservation needs to be canceled. You need to cancel that before you refund your badge.
Okay.
So.
So if you can't come,
If you can't come and you have a reservation, you'll want to contact customer service and say, "Hey, I need a refund for my badge." We'll
Yeah.
refund your badge minus a $10 return fee, but we'll look first to see if you have housing, and we'll say, "Please, cancel your housing before you do
Sure.
that." But if you have someone else, then you'll want to talk to queue rooms, and I think they can work with you to move that over to another person that you have bought a badge for on your account only. You can't transfer a room to another person on another account.
Sure.
You can only have only that housing is good on only your account.
Got it.
Right.
Okay. Really quick, if you put a different guest number in, say like if your guests are 3, will the room list change?
I think I understand that. So if you have 3, will the room list change?
Yeah.
Um,
The available rooms.
Yeah, that's a good question. I am not exactly sure on that. I don't believe it does change it. I don't think it all depends on. It might depend on, and this is probably a question for queue rooms.
A good queue
It might
question. Okay.
good queue rooms question, but I think that probably depends on if there's suites available
Sure.
and that kind of thing. Normally there are not. Some people do get them, but there's only a limited amount of those.
Sure.
So, and I don't really know the answer to that. That's a queue rooms question, and you can certainly email and ask them.
Okay, great. Anything else? Any other tips you have for us?
Let's see. Modify reservation? Nope, I think so. That's about it. Just get that badge if you want to get in the housing portal by this Friday. I mean,
Okay.
that's the main thing.
And you know what? You'll encounter a lot of Gen Con veterans on the Gen Con forums. So if you've got questions about where people have stayed in the past, or how people have commuted to the ICC in the past, where to park even, you'll find answers to those questions, and helpful people will definitely
Yeah.
answer your question on the Gen Con's forums.
So here's the forums, and you would want to go to travel and housing under Gen Con, and you can ask your questions here. And just post, and you got to be signed in, but you can ask a question. Usually, before I can even get on there, some really knowledgeable Gen Con attendee answers the question, but otherwise, we always monitor this, and we'll answer your questions as soon as we can see them. So it's a great place to get information here. Otherwise, certainly the housing and travel site under Attend as well is great. Gives you all the information about how to book a room, how many people you need per room, and all
Okay.
that can be found here. Almost every question can be answered here. And if
Awesome.
not, it's got queue rooms and their contact. There
Okay,
you go.
so if you have questions, check out gencon.com/attending/housing_travel. Jordan will go ahead and get that link right in chat for you guys. Go ahead and check out that site first, because Mike has done a really great job on making this page very extensive, right? And he wants you to be able to find your answer without having to call him, right?
Yeah. It'd be nice.
Not that we don't want to talk to you, but
we're here for you. If
we know it's always a pain in the ass to have to call customer service, right?
Yeah.
No one wants to do it. So your answers will probably be on this page. However, if they are not, our contact information and Q Room's contact information is in there as well.
If it's specific information about hotels and the information about that, your best bet is to call Q Rooms. One more little tip that I kind of I forgot about. No, I think I did tell you about modifying. Yeah, you can modify
Sure.
any time. So
go back to your
yeah.
My Housing.
Go back to your My Housing. Go down to your room and just click on that button, and it'll say, and you'll go up. It says you'll see what's available. Things become available all year. It's because people cancel the reservations,
Mm-hmm.
and new rooms come up. that we have in the block, and so you'll want to check back if you're not really excited about where you're staying. You can check back throughout the year at any time and try to find a better. And if you,
Okay.
as long as you don't confirm that reservation that you found, your other reservation will be intact, so you'll be fine.
Okay, great. So say like I get a later randomized time
Right.
on Sunday
Right.
afternoon, and I go and I'm like, okay, well I'll book this room for now.
Right.
And then I can definitely go in and check throughout the year
Yeah.
if something else becomes available. And then if nothing else is there, I can just click out of it and nothing's happened to my current reservation.
Yeah, and
okay.
and another, we don't really say this too much, but this is
Yeah.
a good tip, because later in the year, especially when you're looking in July, there's some rooms become available because we have to book rooms ourselves, and sometimes we don't need them, and sometimes Gen Con throws rooms back into the pool.
Yeah. So hot tip there for
Yeah,
everyone watching
that's
this.
a pretty hot tip.
You heard
actually.
it here first from customer service manager Mike Boozer. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, I think we've answered all the questions. That's right. So thank you for answering that. You guys, Saturday is when those emails will be sent out, and they'll be sent to your Gen Con account email address. So if
Right.
you've signed up for a Gen Con account under a weird email address that you don't normally use, remember to go ahead and check that one. Right? Is
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll go. Yeah. All your emails will go through your account email. So whatever that email is, that's the one we send to.
Okay. So and then the last answer we had on being able to book Wednesday, because we've got several folks that want to book Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is you probably can book Wednesday just fine,
Yeah.
depending on what's available.
Yeah. I think you can go ahead and check on Wednesday. It might waitlist you, but you may be able to book it. I am not. Sorry, I'm just not 100% sure on
Yeah,
that.
that's a great key rooms question, and we could also like check right within if we go back to our.
Well, if we go back here, if
Yeah.
we go, so look, see, session warning.
Yeah.
184 seconds. Okay, start over. Let me just try. That's a good idea. Let's do it. Let's go on Wednesday. Yeah.
So
it's not
currently-
gonna let me.
Okay.
It's not gonna let me select Wednesday. I was afraid of that.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you'll want to wait list and let them know you want to wait list it if you want to go Wednesday.
Okay, and how can we do that?
Well, you need to get a hold of Q Rooms. I'm trying to see if I can.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why.
Because I clicked on. I tried.
It's user error.
We call it Boozer error because that's my last name. Sorry, that was really stupid. That's pretty hilarious. All right, so I'm feeling good about myself now.
That's
No
all right.
mistakes until that
It
one.
was grayed
Yeah,
out.
it
No,
was grayed out. It's
it
great.
was grayed
It's
out.
grayed out because it's not in August, and
Right, it's
I
in
made the mistake
July.
of probably like
Well,
many
now-
people would do. Now we know.
Now no one else is gonna make that mistake.
Right. So now I've got Wednesday,
Yes.
July the 31st, and click find.
All right, because no, we just had a comment
Absolutely.
too. Like everyone's gonna panic because they're like, "Why can't I
Right.
book Wednesday
Right, 'cause
in
that one-
August? Because
'cause
it's not
that
in
one-
August.
'cause it's not
in July."
Yeah, it's on the calendar. Make sure you click on the blue. That's the
Okay.
yeah. Because Wednesday
There
the
we go.
31st is in July, and it's even over here on the side. I mean, I should have
Sure.
seen it. So you could even probably go to the 29th
Yeah, and check out.
on Tuesday.
Sure.
Let's see. I want to.
No hotel.
No hotels available for that period. I'm not surprised. It's a long time.
Right.
They probably don't allow you to go that far. 30th. Now I'm just going to do something just to do it. There's 6 days.
Okay. So that gives
So
us.
there you go. There's a good Tuesday through leaving on Monday.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta relax Sunday night anyway, don't you? You're gonna
That's
be tired
right.
from gaming.
No, yeah, I need a full
Yeah.
that Monday after Gen Con. I feel like I just want to stay in my hotel room.
That's what I do, and
Yeah.
I don't leave till Tuesday because
Yeah.
there's no way I'm not getting up Monday morning. I've had 3 hours sleep for 7 nights in a row. All right.
All right. So, Squirt, can you rephrase your question? Do you mean? I see what you're saying. So That's right. Thank you, Critical Cantrip. You are exactly right with that answer. So, if you bought a badge by Friday morning, afternoonish,
Yeah.
you are automatically entered into housing
Right.
registration. You will be emailed a housing registration access time.
You will be emailed and let you know that your house you have an access time, and then you'll be able to just go in on your My Housing page and see it. You must buy a badge on your account to have access to housing. Can't emphasize that. If I bought a badge for Kristen on her, and I paid for it on my account, I bought it on my account. Kristen does not have access on her account to housing. I'll have access via my account.
Okay,
Only.
that's really good.
Yeah, it's important. It's an important thing to note.
That's a great question. So, Lead Addict says, "Can I book 3 rooms at the same time if I have bought 7 badges without booking one at a time?"
I think you can. It's another good question for queue rooms.
Well, so we won't be
This
able to
won't
access it because
I only have one
badge.
badge.
Right.
I believe that you can try to grab all your rooms at once. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You should email queue rooms and confirm that. And
Yeah, it's a good queue
I would do
instruction.
that. It might be in the housing. I don't know that it says that actually in housing
Specifically,
about
yeah.
specifically. It gives you how many you can book,
Yeah.
but I don't know that it says that you can book them all at once. But you should be able to grab them. If you can't, you might not be able to. And you might have to do them one after another. But you should be able to access them one right after another.
But if you
But
wanna
I'd call
know-
queue rooms and find out.
Yeah, if you want to know for sure, it's a great queue rooms
Yeah,
question.
right.
Thank you, Jordan, for putting the customer service address in there
Yep.
as well. All right, any more questions, folks? I feel like we've gone through everything. It's actually, I know it's scary, right? And it's stressful because you're like, oh, I gotta press the My Housing at the exact time. But it's actually a very simple process, and you're gonna feel so awesome once you have your hotel room booked and you've got your badge purchased. Because guess what, baby? You are going to Gen Con. I'm going to Gen Con.
I'm going to Gen Con.
We're all going to Gen Con. Yay!
All right, thanks. That was fun.
Okay, one more question
Sure.
here. So time access range. So it starts Sunday at noon, but when does it end?
Well, yeah, that's a good question.
I
It
think
doesn't really end. I mean, it goes through the whole queue, so it'll be. I mean, it's gonna be hours and hours and hours
Yeah,
because
okay.
the queue will keep going, and it's impossible for
Yeah.
me to tell you that because I don't know how many people are
Buying and
or
getting
in
into
the
the
queue
system.
or
Okay,
in the system.
sure.
But as many people who have bought on their account will have access time, so that
Sure.
determines the length. And then they put you in what we do is we put you in blocks,
Sure.
so that the server's not overloaded, so that you're in a block of a certain number of people, and then we'll move on to the
Which,
next
I
ones
mean,
will allow access. You still have access, but
Right.
then more people will get in later after you.
Sure. Okay,
So they
great.
time those.
Yeah, and oh, okay. So that's a great clarification. Housing registration stays open
Oh, yeah.
until July 15. Is
Yeah.
that right? Or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. It says
July 15th.
you can modify or cancel your rooms until housing registration closes on July 15th.
Yep.
So,
Great.
so it's important to note that your housing remains open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So once we go through, we'll be done with the time. The timer will be done, later that night. And then when you go in on Monday and Tuesday, you'll just have a button to press you'll immedially get access.
Okay,
after
great.
that.
Okay, so hopefully that answered your question there, Azura. I believe that we did. Mary Mac answered Brandon's question. While we have Mike Boozer here with us, do you guys have any more questions for us today? We can stay on for another few minutes, but otherwise I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
I'm getting super excited because even though it's only the end of January, Gen Con seems closer and closer, and it's so much fun around here, you guys. Like planning a gaming party every year for like
it is fun.
Our favorite 60,000 gamer friends is the coolest thing, and we have like the coolest jobs ever. honestly.
Yeah, they are very cool, aren't
Yeah,
they?
like we could be stamping papers and we could
Yeah.
be filing things, but instead we are planning a giant gaming party.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you for that subscription. Really appreciate that. If you guys have no more questions, we're going to go ahead and sign off for the day. However, like we said, check out that housing and travel page on gencon.com. Jordan can go ahead and put that link in there for you guys again. Check out that page. It has a lot of information on it. And if it doesn't answer your question, if it's a general customer service question, you can contact Mr. Boozer here.
Yep.
Or if it's a specific question about hotel stay, about hotel types, anything that really centers around hotels, that's going to be a good Q Rooms question. And we'll get that information for you in chat one last time. All right. So I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We are super, super excited. Like I said, Gen Con it doesn't seem like it's coming up soon, but it'll be here before we know it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It'll be here before we know it. So we can't wait to see you guys then. And check out our other Twitch streams too. In the meantime, we're getting excited for Gen Con. I know you are too. And we've got lots of other Twitch shows lined up for you. On Friday, we have our brand new tabletop news and talk show called Table Takes, and that's hosted by some really cool folks. You'll find that at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to get your weekly dose of table talk news, I keep saying table talk. It's hard to not put those two words together.
Yeah.
Tabletop news and talk. That's a great chance to get that in. We also have Magic Arena streams every Tuesday. If you're a brand new player or if you want to learn how to play Magic the Gathering, that's a good spot for you to learn. Hopefully soon, I'm going to spring this on Mike right now.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully soon we'll have a Pokemon Online trading card game stream hosted by Mike Boozer, because I don't know if you guys knew this or not.
Oh no, don't. What? Stop.
But Mike used to be a judge, is that right?
Yeah.
For Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, I did a lot of tournaments. Yeah.
You did a lot of tournaments.
Way back in the day at
So like
WotC.
that's a fun fact about Mike. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, Gengar.
Gengar,
Without a-
100%.
yeah,
like
yeah.
that is his answer.
Yeah, Gengar's it.
So hopefully
my guy.
Former pro judge Mike Boozer will teach us how to play Pokemon TCG here soon. This is my way of getting a Twitch stream out of him, because I pressure him online.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay, well, I'll get him. It'll be fine. And then what else do we have? And then every other Monday we have game night with the Brothers Murph. So on the second and fourth Mondays of the month, which is this upcoming Monday, you can find the Brothers Murph playing some awesome games and just welcoming you to the table. If you don't have your normal gaming group that week, or if you can't make it to your own game night, Brothers Murph stream is an awesome way to just feel connected to the gaming community as a whole, because they love, making jokes and talking with everyone in chat and just really making you feel welcome. All right. I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching with us. My name is Kristen. This is Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
All
It's
right.
been a pleasure.
Have a great week, you guys, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
See ya.